TV's favourite sibling makes a comeback. Royal wedding is set for a showdown. And apple or blackberry, which do you think tastes sweeter? Hello and welcome to the Media Zone. I'm Tom Anstis and I'm bringing you the latest headlines from the media industry. First up, we thought Big Brother had given up watching us, but he's back. Yes, that's right, the founder of Channel 5, Richard Desmond, has signed a multi-million-pound contract with its creators, Endemol, which entitles him to 2 more years of the programme.
Some of the reasons behind Channel 4 cancelling the show was that it had been subject to controversy over sexualised content, violent content and even racist content. But with programmes such as Television X and Red Hot TV under his belt, it'll be interesting to see to the show's content when he takes over. Channel 5 is said to be hugely excited about this transaction and have promised to put their energy, optimism and vibrancy into the new shows. With the ratings falling at the lowest in 2009 to 2.2 million and the final of Big Brother getting a mere 4.2 million views, can Channel 5 deliver the show in a fresh, new way that will attract even more ratings?
Well, we asked you, the viewers, to see if you are still interested in this show and what more is there left to a programme that has pretty much done everything and more the past 10 years. Take a look.
I like the original series of Big Brother. I like the concept that it originally was, the whole sort of psychological experiment, and then it just became an absolute farce. So no, I don't think it's a very good idea at all. It became too much like concentrated, created celebrityism. Really, it was a lot of rubbish. No thanks.
I don't think it's a very good idea because Channel 5's reality TV is not so good, and I think it's had its day now.
I think it's a waste of money, to be honest, because they kind of it's just run its course, and I've not been really interested in it since like series 2. I don't know how many series there have been since then, but I think it's a waste of money.
I think that maybe they should, we need something to laugh at, people and stuff. I don't really watch TV myself, but it's always good to have some gossip.
I hate Big Brother. It annoys me.
Okay, so let's take a look at what's new in the world of print media this week. Britain's most popular and widely read philosopher, A.C. Grayling, has created a secular Bible. Designed to be read as a narrative and also to be dipped into for inspiration, encouragement and consolation, the Good Book offers a thoughtful, non-religious alternative to the many people who do not follow one of the world's great religions. Grayling collects, edits, rearranges and organises the collective secular wisdom of the world in one highly readable volume. So what do the older traditions say about this juxtapose of religious enlightenments being bound together in a patchwork alternative to the likes of the Quran and the Old Testament? Well, we received a phone call from Pastor James Carr and he told us his views on the matter.
Yes, hello. I would just like to voice my outrage at preposterous fictional writings that are to be accepted as a form of almost religious guidance. All other pieces of religious text have been descended over centuries and have a massive following into the billions. All religious scripts, whether Christian, Buddhist or Jewish or anything, are all believed, true or false, to be the correct teachings of a higher power. And I find it an insult to my religion, and I'm sure others would, that this academic field is able to rise to this role so casually. It would be an abomination for this to be placed among the religious texts of history. This was Pastor Carr. May the Lord eternally bless your souls.
Thank you to the pastor there for his time and opinions. Now, it could be the most talked about wedding in history. It is, of course, the royal wedding between Prince William and Kate Middleton. An estimated 2 billion of you will tune in to watch the couple tie the knot, with many channels covering it apart from Channel 4. Is this because the commercial channels such as ITV have been restricted to no advertisements whilst the wedding is taking place? ITV will be giving the event massive coverage with top presenter Philip Schofield presenting it live. But with no advertisements, ITV are set to lose £8 million in advertising revenue. How will they recover from this loss? Will ITV remain in matrimony with Ofcom for making them cut the adverts? We'll have to wait and see. Well, in addition to that, the royal wedding even have their own apps. In one of them, you can pick the wedding dresses for Kate, and another shows us the family tree of the royals. Well, speaking of apps, everyone has to have one of these phones these days. It is, of course, the iPhone, but if you're not in fancying that, it is, of course, the BlackBerry that you go for. We're going over live to Ben Harker for the iPhone versus BlackBerry showdown.
Right, we are outside here and we're going to be discussing the Apple iPhone and the BlackBerry Curve. Yes, this phone, BlackBerry Curve, stylish, sleek, looks good with a suit. But is that all it's good for? Let's find out. I mean, look at it. Screen, it's a bit small. Key, very small. Not for a man, I don't think. Definitely for a woman, this phone. It has everything a business phone really needs, doesn't it? It has its email. It has all the text messages. It has all the phone calls that you need. It has even a lot of like my office documents and stuff like that. But it has the camera. It has the media player. Does a business phone need stuff like this? Whereas now the iPhone, it's not only business, it is also pleasure. It's pleasure just to look at it. Look at it. It's sleek. It's stylish. Definitely works well with a tie. Now 4 buttons, all you need. Home, 2 volume buttons, and a power off, and a switch, which a woman couldn't do with a silent button. How good is this? Now this phone also does all the business stuff. It does all the mail, it does all the web documents, pretty much anything that you need. You could just download an app to get it for. It has a camera in the front, camera in the back. But definitely good for the personal side of this. Facebook and everything is so native on this phone. It's ridiculous. Now, what would I prefer to have? Would I want this, quite frankly, business woman phone, or this god of an iPhone? iPhone wins, iPhone wins. So that's my opinion. Now back to you, Tom.
Cheers, Ben. But we can't really take just your word for it, so we popped out and found out what you guys thought.
Neither. Android. But if I had to pick out the two, iPhone, because the BlackBerry operating system can be a little bit clunky and it doesn't have the operating system power behind it.
Yeah, I don't have either of them, so I don't have that great opinion. But my phone's quite like the BlackBerry, so I suppose I'd go BlackBerry.
BlackBerry, because it's better for business and I'm a businessman, so it works out.
I prefer the BlackBerry because a lot of my friends have got the iPhone and it always crashes. BlackBerry.
Now, in other news, the massive internet corporation Google have launched more good news that will give program makers of the future the chance to be seen. Google's YouTube video website is working on a major site overhaul to organise its content around new channels, as it positions itself for the rise of the internet-connected televisions. The reported $100 million investment will be spent on original television shows and films. Google are contacting major Hollywood talent agencies, which may see some input from directors and production companies ready to offer their quality productions direct to the internet broadcaster, giving the world in cinema a run for its money. As Google TV becomes even more versatile, the competition for viewing figures could threaten the already dominating satellite and cable television companies. Now, a man that has been in the spotlight, and well, he could have his own channel with the entertainment he's brought us over the past few months. It is, of course, Charlie Sheen. Now, Charlie Sheen is a prime example of public fame that has reduced him to a shadow of the man he once was.
I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear. Go!
After appearing on Good Morning America, Sheen tried to convince the public he was clean from drugs and that he is stable. Only thing he proved, however, is to be anything but that. Things have gone from bad to worse for Sheen because the first date of his tour, he was booed off the stage and fans have said it was a complete and utter waste of money. Could this be the end of Charlie Sheen's career? Only time will tell. Well, although the world of media never stops, we here at Media Zone unfortunately must. Join us again when we'll be bringing you the latest industry happenings. We'll see you later.